Hey guys, happy to have you here. So yeah, let's wait for a few minutes and we'll get this started. Okay. So Vijay bro, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah. I'm audible.
Yeah, sure. So already tons of people have started to join. So yeah, let's
That's good to
just
see you.
awesome bro.
So people's a lot joining. Let's start the section in next 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure bro. So before starting, I'll just give a brief introduction, right? So yeah, there are tons of people started to join. So there are few people who's from our team actually. So I'm from Aurora, India, and Vijay is also from Aurora, India, soon to join Aurora, India. And there is Emmanuel John, who's about to join Aurora, India from next month. I'll be taking care of all the development stuff regarding that. And Priyan, who's work as a designer for our team and yeah, so that's it from our team and few people yet to join. So yeah, let's wait for 5 minutes and we'll get this started. And Aman is here. Hey buddy. Mastermind, is that you, DK?
I think people's are joining.
Yeah,
Let's wait for 1 minutes.
yeah, bro. Then give this meeting a start. Yes. Awesome, awesome, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, guys. So please use this comment section in case if you feel any difficulties or facing any difficulties or you wanted to ask anything to the presenter. Please use this comment section and we'll be there to help you out as well. Yeah. Yay. Nice to have you here, DK.
Hi. Yeah, hi, Sachin. Yeah, it is 819. Yeah, thanks for the introduction, bro. Hello, guys. Okay, Chacha. People, good to see you all here. Vijay, I'm actually a developer in Aurora, India, and I'm doing some stuff with Kalakendra Dapp and in here, and maintaining some Web3 projects around Web3 circles, like Bring Back Base and some metaverse projects going on. So I'm currently helping Aurora India to maintain and develop some dApps on Aurora and teaching Aurora Indian peoples how to migrate to Aurora and use Near. So these are the things that I am doing currently. So this workshop is all about how you're going to build your first dApp, and dApp it's decentralized application in Web3. with Aurora. So with why it's Aurora and why it's near and why we are using EVM and Solidity. So within 2 minutes, let's people join and let's we start.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Thanks. So, guys, if anyone here would like to, introduce yourself, just please come up and share a few words about you and your where you have been currently associated with and what are the things that you've been currently doing, actively doing. So, it would be nice to hear from you as well. So, anyone is interested, please come up. I think everyone is more like an introvert person. Yes, exactly. Uh, yeah, bros. Yeah, bro. So we'll just give this, a workshop a start within, 1 minute. I'll just
Okay.
quickly introduce about what initiative that we've been started to do. So yeah, after that, I'll just give the
Hello.
call to you. Yeah, yeah, Lokeshwaran, please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Lokeshwaran, you are audible. Please. So Sachin, let's we start. It's already 2:05.
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
so yeah, we'll quickly start this. So actually, guys, thanks for joining everyone. So this is a basic technical workshop. We've been trying to help people to build a basic DApp. Actually, a basic DApp. To
Yes.
give this.
Yes, Lokesh from Bangalore. Right now
Okay,
staying in Bangalore. Native is Chennai.
nice. So I
So
think there
I'm
is a lag with
in
your audio.
Web 2. Yeah, Web 2 development.
Awesome. Yeah. So these are the people we've been actively looking. Try to convert them onto Web3. So that is our
Hello.
main target and vision. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Lokeshwaran. So I think there is a lag with your audio stuff, but anyways, we'll give this
Oh,
workshop.
okay.
Yeah, give this.
Yeah, you carry on. Like, you can
Yeah,
say
thanks.
something. Yeah, I
So
just changed my network.
yeah, so thanks for joining, guys, once again. So let me quickly start share things about what Aurora India is doing. So Aurora India is nothing but the initiative started by the community. So the main vision is to onboard lot more active Web3 users and developers, not just users but also developers onto the Aurora ecosystem. To take the advantage of what Near Protocol and Aurora blockchain is all about. So let's say if there's a blockchain which is highly scalable because of the sharding and transaction fees will cost only less than a penny at times, right? Who would not adapt to that blockchain? So basic, it's our work, right, to let people know that there is a existing blockchain, gen 3 blockchain near an Aurora, which is capable of capable of high scalability and can give you a transaction with less than a penny. So we making user to understand how Aurora works and Near Protocol works and help them to onboard onto Aurora, mainly Aurora. Not just, we don't resist ourselves with Aurora, but also to Near Protocol. So this is in terms of users, but if you are a developer, you would suggest, you would think, right, why you wanted to build a Dapp on Near Protocol or Aurora. Say Near Protocol is a protocol blockchain, layer 1 blockchain, which offers the 30 percentage of the gas fees, giving back to the smart contract deployer. So if you are deploying a smart contract and any transaction fees have been occurring from that smart contract, the 30% of the transaction fees will be given back to the contract deployer itself. So this is one of the key features that not every blockchain exists, right? So these are the things that we wanted to let users know, and that's how this Aurora India initiative has been started. So we've been doing plenty with Aurora India. We just started the YouTube video. We do have a Telegram page, we have a Twitter page, and we are running this workshop. And also we are trying to have our own hacker house where helping user to build a basic DApp or whatever the DApp, Diffie DApp, or any other sort, right? So these are the main initiatives that have been started by us. And yeah, so I just request you guys, actively participate. What are the any event that has been happening with Aurora India? So just to cherish what is Aurora India's and near protocol and come together, to benefit from this. So that's our main motto, actually. Yeah. So that's it. I got to share, and I'm giving this ball back to Vijay. So you can start explaining, Vijay.
Okay,
Awesome.
let's start the section. Okay, hi Aurora family. I am excited to see you all here. So, what is this workshop about, and what we are going to build today? It's all about simple. It's all about we are going to build a Dapp in Aurora. Don't worry if you never read about Dapp or don't know how to build a Dapp on blockchain, you're good to go. It's completely beginner friendly. So, what is this workshop about? I already told you, and the agenda is what is today we are going to cover some basic topics that we need to know before starting developing your first app on Aurora. Okay. First, we are going to know what Web3 is. Then we jump on to what blockchain is. Then we see what layer one and layer two blockchain is. Then we move on to what Aurora and how Aurora is different from other layer one and layer two networks. Then finally, we are going to build a dApp and deploy to the Aurora. So, so what is Web3? Web3 is an idea of for new iteration of internet, which incorporates concepts such as decentralization, blockchain, technology, and token-based economics. So, what is blockchain? Let's move on to blockchain. What is blockchain? And what is blockchain and how it leverages Web3? Blockchain is shared immutable ledger for recording transaction, tracking assets, and building trust. If you're not familiar with this stuff, and let me explain this. So, shared and immutable means it's not controlled by anyone. Immutable means you can't change it, and shared means no one is the owner of that. So shared and immutable means no one can control what data is to be stored and modifying the data to their needs. So if there is no one can control the data or operations that runs on a system, then we purely decentralized. Everyone using the blockchain is the owner of the blockchain. So in Web3, you can write, read, and own your data. In Web2, it's just a write and read. And the owner of the data is somewhere in the server or some company like Facebook or Instagram. But in Web3, you actually own your data. You can control whether it should be seen or to be deleted. Okay, let's move on to what layer one and layer two blockchain. If touching, are you there? Yeah, if you want, you can explain what blockchain and what Web3 is. Okay, good. It's okay, good, good. Let's move on to what layer one, layer two blockchain. Mm, Layer one blockchain. Layer one blockchain is a term that used to describe the main blockchain architecture. It gives us security and decentralization. Example, such as Ethereum, Solana, Near, and Polkadot. These are the layer one blockchain, which actually gets your data, stores, and keep them securely. But what is layer two blockchain? On the layer two blockchain, it on the other hand, it's overlaying network that lies on the top of the main blockchain. The layer two network depends on the layer one to run. So what does layer 2 does is layer 2 usually wrap your data or optimize with this. And what the problem with layer 1 is it cannot scalable. So if there is tons of people are coming and requesting the blockchain same time, that couldn't easily solve that. So it costs more money than it could. So that's why the layer 2 comes in. So layer 2 just takes your transaction, optimize it, and makes your payment very low to use, and it clearly stores the data into your layer 1 blockchain. So layer 1 just help you to solve the problems out. So example of layer 2 is Polygon and Aurora. So today we are going to see what Aurora is. And Aurora is a new Ethereum compatible development platform built on the Near network. So if you're not understand this, let me explain this. Okay, Aurora allows developers to easily port Solidity smart contract from Ethereum and launch them using the Near's protocol. More scalable infrastructure, providing block time of the close to once again and transaction fee of $0.01. So Aurora has also built some additional features to further simplify the application development between Near and Ethereum, including NFT transform and price oracles, data indexes, and AMM and other bridges. So in Ethereum, actually near is the like how do I say? So near is a copy of Ethereum, but it's actually scale and it has shared. But in Ethereum, it costs so much to do some transaction. But in here, it's simply easy to do a transaction. But it's okay. Yeah. Why we are using Aurora is yeah. Yeah. Speak. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Okay. So what Aurora? Why we are using Aurora? In here, to develop a smart contract or develop a Dapp, you have to use Rust or JavaScript. That's the native language to develop a smart contract in here. But what about the Solidity developers? The most of the smart contract developers are the Solidity people. So if you want to use your Solidity smart contract in here, you could just use Aurora for that. So you can you just copy the Solidity code and deploy to the Aurora network. So that's what we are going to see today. And let me teach you the how to develop the app. So let's move to layer three. And layer three, what is layer three? Why most of the people haven't heard
Excuse
about
me.
layer three. But hello,
Excuse me. I have a query.
yeah,
Can I please? Yeah, since
yeah, sure.
Ethereum works on the Solidity language. So why did Aurora decide to go for the Rust and JavaScript?
What actually near using the Aurora and Rust, like
No, actually, I mean, like even near, why did they decide to go for Rust? After all this blockchain world engineers are in Solidity language. So the most efficient way would be to work on Solidity itself and mitigate the problem of Ethereum, right? Yeah.
Actually, it's good to have more than one language to develop a smart contract on a blockchain. So just take advantage of them.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Thanks, bro. Let's continue.
Yeah, thank you. So layer 3 blockchain is the application layer. This is the UI or a Dapp or a front end that you are seeing the consumer actually interact with. Simply called Dapp. Today we are going to build that here. So let's build. So to build a smart contract, you have to open the remix editor. So I'm sharing the remix editor here. So remix is a online IDE and it's used to build and deploy smart contract and is for easily. It's just developed to learn and teach stuffs. If you're a fully smart contract developer, you could actually use some dependency to deploy the smart contract into a blockchain. So let's today we use Remix for this simple app. So first we are going to create a Solidity file, actually that smart contract that lives on a blockchain. Okay, I think everyone opens. Okay, let's create this contract. Let me, before going on to the development part, let me show you what we are going to develop today. So this is the Dapp that we are going to build today. It's just a billboard Dapp, and user can just write there whatever they want. Just I'm just adding the message. So it asks for a transaction to store your data in a blockchain. So me giving that, yeah, it's uploading. You see here, by this is your address and your message and in which time you are deployed, you are added to that. So this is the billboard app that we are going to build today. So let's see how to build a smart contract now. Okay, let's create the Solidity file. Create billboard.sol. SOL means Solidity, so use that first. Let me just paste the code here and then I explain to you. So it saves some times for us. Okay. Like in Solidity, the Solid first we mentioned the version of the Solidity file that we are going to build. That's used to. It's very important to specify the version. So the compiler actually specifies the version of the Solidity file. So it don't emit any error or any bugs that going to occur there. So next, and like contract is like a class in any other oops language you haven't seen. So for contract we are going to name the billboard. And the struct, if you're familiar with C++ or other language, the struct is user defined data. Okay, data type. So in I'm using the bill struct for the name, and I'm giving the address as the input and string and unit int. So for address, like user sends who sends approach the message is the sender. So it stores that address is a special input or data that's in Solidities to store the user address. And string is a data type you all know about, and int all the same. So using that build struct as array, I'm declaring the name builds. So here we are having just two functions. The first one is adding to the blockchain. It has some. If you're adding a data to the blockchain, you have to pay some coins, the token gas fee. For that, it's actually takes the gas. Okay, then it's passing the message. The memory means you're not storing that memory in actual blockchain, but in that transaction. So it reduce the cost of gas fee. But the actual message is stored in a blockchain. Okay, then we are declaring the public. So the builds, we are using the builds variable to push the message, and the message dot sender you access. If you're sending a transaction, the transaction has the your address. So message dot sender is the predefined variable that shows the address. So message is the where we, if you just put the message here, and it shows, takes that message and stores here. The block time, it's usually stores the blockchain. So only argument we are going to pass here is the message. And okay, we added a message to the blockchain, but how we going to get the message? So for that, we are just using the view view keyword. So view keyword means you don't want to pay any money or any gas fee to view. Just it's fetch the data and display to you. So for that, we are fetching the bill data bill variable and returning. So if you want to get this code, I'm just sharing my GitHub link. You can just this way. I'm sharing here. So you just get this Aurora, get this Solidity contract and deploy. So we build a contract and just we move on to how to compile it. It's compiled. It says that it's compiled. Then we move on to how to deploy. So for deploying, we have to change the environment to injected provider. That means the MetaMask that you're using. And then if you want to deploy the smart contract into Aurora, you have to get some wait, to get some ETH, like test ETH. For that, I am sharing the link here. So you contract is ready. Now we are going to deploy the contract into the Aurora network. For that, you want to add the Aurora to your MetaMask. To add Aurora network to your MetaMask, just go to your networks tab, add network, and fill this out. So here, if you can add this and give the save, it's not enabled in my computer because I'm already using the Aurora Testnet network. So if you give a save, it's good to go. You just use the Aurora Testnet. Okay, in use computer you can just see the 0 ETH, but for that we have to transact the testnet ETH to your account. For that I am sharing the Nest Faucet link. So here you can just move to test network and connect to your Aurora app. I'm just disconnecting that. Let me show you. If you're not connected, it shows connect to Aurora. Then you could just connect. Okay, if you connected, it shows that request 0.005 ETH from Faucet. So I'm not going to get that yet. If you got that 0.001 ETH in your test account, you're good to deploy that your smart contract to the Aurora network. So I'm just clicking the deploy and I'm signing. So it's already deployed. So here you can see what all function if this is in orange, that means it's a call function. You can actually you you put your arguments there and store that. And if you get function means it's just view function. Currently it's not having any string with it. So I'm adding this value. Hello. I'm adding the value to the blockchain. So it's done. So if you get that message, you could actually see hello Aurora. So okay, we are created our smart contract. We're uploaded to the Aurora network. To check, actually you are uploaded to Aurora network. You could just copy the address and check in the Explorer. I'm giving you a link for the Explorer. Paste your address here. I'm just copying the address, the contract address that we deployed, and here is this. The contract reaction transaction and the transaction that we are already added, that allow Aurora. So this is the contract. I'm just sharing this too with you guys. You could see the actual contract that on Aurora network. So you finish the contract part. Let's move on to the front end part. For front end, we are using the just vanilla JavaScript, not using any React or Angular, any heavy load stuffs. We are just using the JavaScript. In here, we are to connect with the blockchain from front end. You have to use Ether.js. So for that, I'm not downloading it. Just I'm using the CND link. So I'm just pasting here. So using this, the app could actually use the Ethers package. So building the front end, it takes a lots of time. So I'm giving the whole code to you. You could just get the code in my front end app.js and everything. You could just copy that, clone this, and use with your need. So let me explain these functions all. First, connect wallet. Connect wallet is a usual thing that we all developers or all Solidity developers, all front-end developers use to connect their app with the blockchain. Okay, then what we are going to focus here is get builds and add my messages. Well, first let's see the add my messages. Here, Ethereum Windows, like it's you check whether it's MetaMask installed or not. If installed, it just sign in. These are the common things that we, as a developer, you just know it. But the main thing is here. If we created a contract, we connected a contract. The contract has the add to blockchain function. So in here, this is the function that we created in smart contract. This is the function. So we are using calling this function in front end and just passing the message that we actually wrote. So if we click and if we enter the button, it just take the messages that you entered and stored in, call this add to blockchain function and stored in a network. So if you want to use your own contract with your smart contract, so for that you want to just copy the contract address and replace it here with replace here. So you could actually good to go with your contract address. So what is ABA? ABA is used. It's you can actually you get ABA like from here. You can just copy the ABA. So ABA used to interact with the smart contract from front end. So you also want ABA. So just fill the ABA in here. We have ABA contract address, and we are already signed to an Ethereum wallet, and we call the contract function. So after the function is contract called, the transaction get assigned and we get reload. So if you reload, the window will reload the and display your message. Okay, and for the call for get billboard messages, we are using the same transaction. We are using just same assigning wallet and that stuff, and we are calling this get all transaction. We are not passing any arguments here, just calling. So just calling means we are just viewing the data from the blockchain, so you don't want to pay any gas fee or any other stuff. Okay, so we are just getting that bill data and processing and saving that in on front end. So let me show this. So if you open your app, you want to connect to interact with blockchain. I'm just connecting it. You can see here, Aurora. If you also want to add the message there, you can actually change my contact address with yours. So I'm just pasting my contact address. Just pasting my contact address here. So you can also copy this and use it to interact with my contract. So let me show this in front end. You can see here, and we can also see this data in Explorer. I'm just showing you that I'm reloading the contract. So you can actually see hello Aurora, the message that we already passed to smart contract. So this is the simple and basic stuff that you can use smart contract to build your Dapp. The main thing I'm like to teach you is how to deploy the smart contract in Aurora. So I just gave you that network information, and you could just change the RPC here in MetaMask and deploy your contract to the Aurora Testnet group, and then you're good to go. If there is any doubt, please guys let me know. Uh, you actually, I said that the main concept of the smart contract and front end. I'm just sharing the link to my repo. So if you're trying to develop your smart contract first, just copy my repo and clone it and use to your soft. And I just change and first try to deploy it and get the contract address and add to your front end and try to interact with. If that works, you're good to go. And if you want to start completely from beginning, I suggest you guys to first learn web 2, the basic stuff, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to interact with the smart contract. And if you're moving to the web 3, I suggest you to first learn basic concept of blockchains. So what is blockchain and how it works, and move on to how Ethereum works, and what is EVM, and how other blockchains are work. If
Excuse
you
me.
are strong with the code, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, talking about the basics of blockchain, as far as I understand in this particular project, each of those messages are one block on its own, or the parts, the transactions of one block. Like I mean, as far as I know, the blockchain is the block of chain of the block. So one block will be having one data and two has transaction hashes. So in this project, one that message you send is the data of one blockchain, or is all the that block is storing many data. I don't know if you get
Actually,
me.
yeah, I can't completely get you. I'm explaining this. The data is stored in a blockchain. It's if you're using the Aurora test network, it just store the data in Aurora test net, not using multiple blockchain, just the blockchain, a single blockchain. Using the single blockchain, and the data stores in that blockchain. So it's a different nodes that's running together to run the blockchain. The data that allow Aurora is stored somewhere in the network on someone's computer by bit by bit. I hope you got that.
Yeah, and one more thing. So all the data is stored in the Aurora testnet. So why did the Explorer has only two data there? I mean, testnet should be having many transactions. Many people must be trying in testnet. So all those transactions should be available there, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, can you see my network?
Yeah,
So see my
yeah. I
network
can
screen.
see.
Yeah, you can already see like latest blocks. Here are the latest block. Here are the latest transaction. You could actually see the most of the transaction here, and you can just search your address, contract address, transaction as a block, anything here. So it's already showing all the networks,
Yeah. Oh,
all the
yeah.
transactions. Okay, you could already see. So I showed you that only contract that I deployed to you.
Mhm.
So that what's matter is okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks. I got it.
Okay, any other questions?
That is it from me.
Okay, fine. Uh, so if you're start to develop in Aurora, just I am suggest you to learn Solidity. It's the main programming language that used to develop a smart contract. And if you're good with how blockchain works and how Ethereum works, you're good to go with Solidity. And if you're good with Solidity, just go next move on to the ethers.js. It's a front end package that used to interact with the smart contract. If you know Solidity and ethers.js, you are already a Web3 developer. So try to build some Dapp on your own and deploy it and create your portfolio so you could actually visible to some Web3 IOs. And that's all the things I'm suggest you all guys to do.
Hi, hi again. So I came up. I ended up in this meeting only because of the Twitter. Okay, so I wanted to know how I can, I all we all people can connect with you. Maybe Telegram or something. I wanted the link to join there. Like no any other people. Okay, like since you this session has been the first session for Aurora and me. So I want this. I want you Sachin and Vivek to be in to be connected with me so that you can help me for further issues. So is there anything like Telegram or Discord I can join? Oh yeah, I got it.
No, no, no. I already shared the things. If people have any doubt, please ask.
Okay. So, I mean, you guys have any doubt from the audience? Cryptoraptor, Yos, Jitanshu, Jean, Tanya, Fernando, guys. Any suggestion? Anything that you guys wanted to help on? Narrator.
I think
Uh,
everything is clear.
yeah. So, I mean, thanks for joining. So, for the end note, I suggest please record all the links that have been shared on the comment section. Use it and try to build your own Dapp. And again, in terms of any difficulties, please reach out to us, and we will be there to help you out. So,
You guys just ping in Telegram, in Telegram or Twitter, if you have any doubt or anything. We good to clear with that.
yeah, awesome. So, yeah, guys, thanks for joining. We'll close this workshop for now, and we'll come up with another Dapp or any interesting topic that needs to be focused. So, stay together with yeah, links will be shared. So thank you. Stay together, and we'll make this Aurora ecosystem a better place for active Web3 users. Yeah, guys. Thank you. Thanks all for joining. Bye.
Yes, bye.